All right, Martin Popoff here, back again with another edition of Reliving Old Reviews is a useless tool of confusion, where we look at an old review and review it, see what they thought at the time. We are looking at a very short review. This is not going to be a long episode. We are looking at a review by Sue Byram of Led Zeppelin's soundtrack from the film. The song remains the same. This is from Record Mirror. We've had a couple from this actual page, actually. Record Mirror, October 16th, 1976. So it's just a short review of the Zeppelin live album. They do get a picture and they do get a headline that says the record of the film, of the book, of the life story of the. Pretty cheeky, pretty interesting. Let's see, Plant and Page. This is the cut line. It says Plant and Page, 4 sides, 9 tracks. Yeah, that's one of the terrible things about this album. I think it's a terrible live album. Anyways, let's see what Sue thinks. The film doesn't open until next month, but already there are queues round the block for tickets. It'll probably be the same with this album. 4 sides, 9 tracks, recorded live at Madison Square Garden, and a sleeve that includes a few shots of the band taken from the fantasy sequences in the film. Yeah, I think it's kind of recorded a little bit more fragmented than that. And yeah, it's these songs really drag on and on. This is a notoriously jammy, boring live album, very much like Rainbow on Stage. And I don't even like Made in Japan all that much, right? But yeah, kind of cool lineups around the block. There are not a lot of rock and roll movies in the world as of 1976, so it's a pretty big news story. I didn't think the album cover was very good on this either. Anyways, a few shots of the band taken from the fantasy sequences in the film. Tracks featured includes the classic Zepp numbers, "Stairway to Heaven" and "A Whole Lot of Love." One is successful while the other isn't. Stairway takes a long time to get going, whereas the mixing on Whole Lot of Love brings it a lot closer to the original. Apart from the opportunity to own a live Zeppelin album, I should imagine that once the film was released, it'll add another dimension. Yeah, so I do feel there's something she's getting at there that I think is true about this album, where they are believing their own press. They are believing their own legend on this album. It is a very pompous album that thinks, oh, we've showed up. We can do whatever up here, and you're going to like it, and we're going to record it, and we're going to make a record. So, as I've often quipped, I essentially could make my own perfect Led Zeppelin live album, and if it had 4 sides on it, it would have probably at least 16 songs. So I would definitely just fill it up, just hit us hard with all this stuff. There's ample opportunity to hear how great John Bonham is. There's ample opportunity to hear how great Jimmy Page is, and Robert's singing on his own and all that stuff within the context of the songs, that you don't need them to go jam and do soloing and show how incredibly intuitive they are as musicians, because look, we can make up stuff on the spot. So yeah, I don't want them to make up stuff on the spot. You've got precious space here. Use the space properly. So there you go. This has been another Reliving Old Reviews is a useless tool of confusion. You can join our Patreon situation. That can get you onto our panels. We do these cool panel shows, and that's really cool. Marco does nice stuff where he lays out a whole list of, here's the topic. Sign up for a topic you know something about, and come on one of our panels. We've got a Ko-Fi. We've got Patreon, yeah, all that stuff. And like and subscribe. That's always good to have as well. You can check out my books, martinpopoff.com, for all that. Latest book is the Guns N' Roses at 40, and this big Iron Maiden book that you see behind us here. So there you go. Led Zeppelin soundtrack from the film. The song remains the same. Reliving Old Reviews, useless tool of confusion.